In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a killer song with Suno.ai. If you haven't used it, it's so awesome. You've probably seen all the ads around. I'm going to show you how to come up with some really, really great lyrics using a psychometric assessment I've created called Quantum Self-Design. It maps your differential perception, the way that you see reality. If you understand two people can be in the same situation and see totally different things, this is differential perception. And I've made a tool that uses AI to map your differential perception. We're going to use the report to create a killer song, a transformational song, actually. So if that sounds awesome, stick around as we get into it. Okay, as I said in the intro, we're going to make a killer song. So to start off with, we need some killer lyrics. So to get some lyrics, I'm going to use a psychometric assessment. This is something I've made. As I mentioned in the intro, it maps your differential perception. And we go through and we answer a series of questions. I'm going to insert the video here so you can just quickly see me doing that. And then we end up with a report like this that we see here. Uh, I've got, I'll go through it quickly now. It basically gives me a summary of the lens. It shows all the pillars of life and it maps a radar around where I'm currently open and closed in those areas. Where I'm closed, there's distortion. It's shifting. I'm not seeing things as they are. I'm seeing them with that distortion in place. I will share the white paper for this as well. The application, it takes together a lot of different theories and different models. So this is the white paper. Let me just bring it across to my. So the white paper I'll share, it's got the full theory. It talks about the different models that come together, like Ken Wilber's integral theory. We've got the Dodds and Hawkins emotional frequencies, etc. Distortions are in there as well in the appendix. So that's worth a read if you're academic. If you're just here for the song, that's cool too. All right, so I'm going to bring that back across. All right, so inspired by Ken Wilber's all levels of quadrants, we use a similar thing here, and it gives us how we perceive the all levels or quadrants rather than how they actually are. Again, this is about your perception rather than how reality actually is, because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world. I can't remember how the saying goes. It's in the white paper. So active distorters. So these would be like limiting beliefs or behavior patterns that probably don't serve you well all the time. So the two that I got were the performer demonstrates as overachievement, burnout, and image obsession, and the controller appears as perfectionism and micromanagement, particularly in health and wealth domains. So based on what I've got in my report, I'm actually going to use this prompt. Where are we? This prompt here. Write original song lyrics, 300 to 800 words, a personal transformation song that turns the limiting belief, so mine will be the performer and the controller, into the reframe of I'm thinking let things be as they are. That's the controller. And that I'm okay just as I am. I don't need to overperform. That would be my reframe. And then use my favorite style. So the style that I really like listening to is so acoustic guitar. I think it's very soft and easy to listen to. And then it's going to output the lyrics and the style prompt to use in Suno. So if you've never used Suno before, you can just sign up. There is a free version of it, which is awesome. I'm using the Pro or Plus or whatever it is, the lowest paid plan. I really wanted to see what the audio quality was like when you pay. It's worth it. The quality is a lot better. All right. So with that in mind, I I took the time to write out the prompt and I just adjusted a few things. Obviously, I'm using the paid version, so the number of characters I can use is more, and also the style description has more characters that I can use as well. The rest of the prompt has remained the same. After it says limiting belief, where that placeholder is, I put the heading and then a short little which appears as, and then I copied the part underneath, like so, the controller which appears as like that. So I just added a joining word so that it made sense. And I did the same thing for the performer. Where is it? Performer, which demonstrates. So performer, which demonstrates. So which was the joining word there. So I copied this into ChatGPT earlier. And as you can see, boom, boom, boom. And ChatGPT, here you go, mate, a long form set of lyrics. So I actually had a typo in the first one and I said 3,000 words, not 3,000 characters. So I had to reprompt it because it gave me a novel, not a song. uh, yeah, so when I changed it to characters, it got it and then it rewrote a nice lyrics. And as you can see by these square brackets, this is what Suno.ai needs to sort of know how the song is broken up. It's written it in, I'm not a songwriter. I just know that when I do this, I get a really cool song and it sounds awesome. So normally when I do this, I would read through the lyrics and just reword anything that doesn't sound right to me. For this example, I'm just going to leave it as is. So I copied that. And then the last part that it gives us is the style. And it's telling us acoustic, acoustic guitar, slow strumming, blah, 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 as you can see. So now we make the song. All right. I'm going to go across to the other tab, Suno. All right, we're going to go to create. Now, when you first use Suno, it's going to default to simple, where it sort of just gives you this really limited interface. We're going to go custom because we're awesome and we're going to write our own song with this. So, well, let me see. So I copied the lyrics and the style into each place. So lyrics went into here, style went into the bottom part, and then you get a few more options. So this will be collapsed. I expanded this, and you can tweak how the AI model actually works. So I chose a male voice. I chose not to exclude any songs. So if there's a style that you don't want in there, say country, you would type country, and the song won't include that in its style. I wanted the style influence to be fairly close to the one that ChatGPT gave me. So I've turned up this to moderate. And then the weirdness, I like to play around with this a bit. On this version, I dropped it down into the safe zone, which is like 30%. And then I couldn't think of a title, so I just called it My Transformation. I've already generated the song and I'm going to play it for you now. So with Suno, it gives you two versions. I'm going to I might even do a poll and everyone can vote on which one they like best. I'm going to play the version I like the best. So it's this one, Let Things Be is what I called it. So here we go. I didn't start it from the start. Here we go. I held the reins too tight. Nice. Counting every move.
Every step a ledger, every breath to prove. Health was measured number, wealth a rigid plan, micromanaged moment slipping through my hands.
All right, I'm going to stop it there. So I will put a link to both versions of the song in the description. Have a listen to both and then comment which one you like better. And I would love for people to share any song they use. As I said, the link for Quantum Self Design will also be in the description. Sign up to that. It's free. It costs me, I don't know, like 20 cents every time someone runs it. So I'm going to keep it free for now. It may be something as I develop the lines of development, I may start charging for that. But go ahead, use it. Grab the distorters, put them into the prompt, and then make a song. How cool. What a great age that we live in. Like, I can't read music. I can't play a guitar. I bought a guitar. I tried to learn. My fingers are like I'm not musical really, but this is impressive. This is really, really cool. All right. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff.